The year was 2247, and Earth had finally recovered from a century of chaos. Cities floated above oceans, powered by fusion energy and AI management systems. Humanity had expanded into the stars, building colonies on Mars and Titan. For the first time, peace felt permanent. Captain Elias Ward stood on the observation deck of Station Aurora, a shining wheel orbiting Jupiter. His duty was simple: monitor deep space signals and keep trade ships safe. But on that calm morning, his scanners detected something strange. A signal pulsed through the void, rhythmic, repeating, intelligent. Elias frowned. "That's no ordinary transmission," he said to his AI assistant Nova. "Confirmed," Nova replied in a calm tone. "Pattern suggests linguistic structure, possibly an attempt at communication." Elias straightened. "From where?" "Source: Outer Kuiper Belt, unknown origin. No human beacon matches it. For decades, humans had searched for alien life. Probes found fossils on Europa, but never living beings. Now this was real contact." Elias ordered a deep scan and broadcasted a message toward the signal's origin. Hours later, a shape appeared on long-range sensors. A ship, massive and elegant, moving gracefully through the void. Its hull shimmered with light, not metal. Its engines glowed like liquid stars. "Unknown vessel approaching," Nova warned. "Open visual." On the screen, Elias saw what looked like a crystal flower drifting through space. As it drew near, it released a soft golden glow. The station's sensors scrambled to analyze it, but readings made no sense. It was made of living matter. Then a voice echoed through the comm system. "Soft, melodic, feminine. Human vessel, we seek peace." "We seek it milk," Elias blinked. "What?" The voice repeated clearer this time. "We ask for the white essence. Milk. You have it." Nova translated the sound pattern several times. "Captain, the signal translates correctly. They are asking for milk." Elias rubbed his forehead. "Are they joking?" The alien ship docked peacefully with the station. When the airlock opened, Elias and a small crew waited in full gear. They expected creatures with strange limbs or insect eyes, but what stepped through was nothing like they imagined. Tall figures, slender and glowing faintly blue. Their faces were symmetrical and calm, with eyes that shimmered like liquid silver. There were 6 of them, all women, their movements smooth and elegant. Their clothing seemed woven from light itself. The leader stepped forward. "I am Seraphine of the Illyrians," she said in a gentle voice. "Your world radiates nourishment. We have traveled far to request your aid." Elias bowed slightly. "You're welcome aboard Station Aurora." "Buddy, did I hear right? You asked for milk?" Seraphine tilted her head, curious. "Yes, the white life liquid produced by your kind's creatures. It is the essence of growth. Our species once had something similar. It kept our offspring alive. But our world lost it after the Great Burn. Without it, our people weaken. We came seeking renewal." Elias exchanged confused glances with his crew. "You mean cow's milk?" The aliens looked at one another, then nodded slowly. "Yes, from your domestic herd. It contains the right biological resonance," Nova whispered through Elias's earpiece. "Captain, this is biologically possible. Certain amino chains in milk could interact with their cellular structures." Elias was torn between laughter and awe. Humanity had waited centuries to meet aliens, and now they were asking for dairy. Still, the request was serious. The Illyrians' glowing skin flickered faintly as if their energy was fading. Elias decided to help. "All right. We'll provide samples. But first we need to understand how your biology works," Seraphine agreed. The Illyrians shared data through a beam of light that encoded information into the station's computers. Elias and Nova analyzed it for hours, and what they found was shocking. The Illyrians were an ancient race, once rulers of a star-spanning empire. Their bodies ran on bioluminescent energy fueled by a rare enzyme they called Luma essence, a compound once abundant on their world. But a cosmic disaster had destroyed their biosphere and the enzyme was gone. Human milk, it turned out, contained a near-identical protein chain. Nova's voice was awed. "Captain, this explains everything. Human evolution unknowingly produced a universal nutrient, something that can restore their life energy." Elias chuckled softly. "So humanity's greatest gift to the galaxy is milk." Hours later, the humans provided the first samples. Seraphine accepted a transparent container filled with white liquid. The alien women raised it to their lips and drank slowly. Instantly, their glow brightened. The faint blue hue of their bodies deepened, and the trembling in their hands stopped. Their eyes widened in wonder. This is life, Seraphine whispered. It works. Elias and his crew clapped, half in disbelief, half in joy. But even as celebration began, Nova issued a quiet alert. Captain, I'm detecting new energy readings from the Alerian ship. Their systems are reactivating fast. Elias turned toward Seraphine. What's happening? She smiled faintly. Our vessel responds to our health. It feels our recovery. Soon it will awaken fully. But then a loud rumble shook the station. Lights flickered. The alien ship's glow turned red. Nova's tone grew sharp. Captain, external sensors picking up gravitational distortions. Something else is emerging from the void. Through the viewport, Elias saw it. A second ship, darker and larger, sliding from hyperspace like a predator. Its design was jagged, menacing. The Alerian women gasped. Seraphine's calm expression hardened. They have found us. Who? Elias asked. The Draxens, she replied. They destroyed our home. They hunt what remains of us, and now they will come for your world. Elias' pulse quickened. The Alerians' arrival had seemed peaceful, even strange, but now danger had followed them to humanity's doorstep. He turned to Nova. Sound red alert. Prepare defense drones. As sirens echoed through Station Aurora, Seraphine placed a glowing hand on Elias's arm. We did not mean to bring war to you, human. But your kindness may save more than just us. Outside, the dark Draxen ship loomed closer. Its weapons glowed. The first contact in human history had turned into a battlefield, and all of it because of milk. The alarms of Station Aurora echoed across every corridor. Red lights flashed. Doors sealed shut as defense systems powered on. Captain Elias Ward stood firm on the command deck, his heart racing. The view outside was terrifying. The dark alien ship, huge, sharp-edged and glowing with crimson veins, approached fast. Its surface looked like black glass alive with moving red symbols. The Draxens, said Seraphine, her voice calm but heavy. They destroy everything that carries light. They hunted us across galaxies. They want the same energy your milk gives us and to drain it to feed their own kind. Elias gritted his teeth. So they came for you. And for us now, Seraphine nodded. If they learn about your planet, they will burn it to ash. Humanity cannot fight them alone. Then let's not fight alone, Elias said. He looked at his crew. Prepare all rail cannons. Launch defense drones. And Nova, connect to the Alerian ship. Let's make this an alliance. Nova's soft voice replied. Link established. Their systems are responding. Within moments, the Alerian ship, white once pale and dim, lit up with bright blue energy. The glowing women placed their hands on its walls, merging their light into the ship's core. They are alive again, Elias whispered. Good, we'll need them. The first Draxen beam hit. A red flash tore across the black of space, slamming into Aurora's shields. The station shook like thunder. Shields down to 80%, shouted Lieutenant Harris. Return fire, Elias ordered. Bright blue streaks fired from Aurora's railguns, piercing the dark ship's hull. The hits were powerful, but the Draxen armor healed itself almost instantly. Nova spoke quickly. Captain, they are regenerating from absorbed energy. Our weapons make them stronger. Then we need something they can't absorb, Elias said. He turned to Seraphine. What do you know about their weakness? Seraphine placed her glowing hands on the console. Her eyes closed and strange symbols filled the screen. They fear purity. The Luma essence. The same energy in your milk, it burns them. It's poison to their kind, Elias blinked. Wait, you mean milk can stop them? Yes, she said. Its energy is creation, not destruction. It disrupts their cells. Elias ran a hand through his hair. Nova, is it possible to synthesize that protein chain into a weapon? Possible, Nova replied. We can replicate it from our stored samples and charge it with plasma energy. It would take 12 minutes, Elias nodded. Do it. Make me a milk cannon. His crew laughed nervously, but no one doubted him. Humanity had fought with stranger weapons in its history. The Draxens launched boarding pods. Black spheres smashed into the outer hull, drilling through metal. Soldiers in exosuits rushed to defend the airlocks. Seraphine and her team joined them, glowing brighter than ever. Where they passed, blue light filled the halls. The Draxens broke through. tall, armored monsters with jagged limbs and red glowing eyes. Their armor absorbed light, turning the corridors dark. A fight broke out in zero gravity. The humans fired pulse rifles. The Aliens extended beams of light from their hands. Every Draxen they hit screamed and dissolved into black mist. Elias moved from the command deck to the hangar, rifle in hand. "We hold this station," he shouted through the comms. In the chaos, one Draxen soldier cornered him. Its claws tore through metal, reaching for his chest, but Seraphine appeared, her hand glowing white. She touched the creature's armor, and it shattered into ash. "You saved me," Elias said, breathing hard. Seraphine smiled faintly. "You gave us life. It is only fair." Back on the command deck, Nova's voice came through. "Captain, synthesis complete. I have converted the milk protein into charged plasma form. Weapon systems ready." Elias rushed back to the controls. "Aim for their main reactor." "Fire on my mark." The Draxen ship loomed close, its weapons glowing blood red. Elias waited for the right second. Then he shouted, "Mark!" A bright blue-white beam fired from Station Aurora. It wasn't like any laser, it pulsed, almost alive, filled with soft light instead of fury. When it struck the Draxen hull, something strange happened. The red glow faded. The black armor cracked. The ship began to disintegrate from within, spreading light through its body like cracks in glass. "They're falling back," Harris yelled. But before they could celebrate, the Draxen ship's core began to overload. Seraphine's eyes widened. "They're going to self-destruct. To destroy us with them." Elias slammed his fist on the console. "Nova, redirect all power to shields." "Already doing so," the AI replied. The explosion was enormous, like a wave of energy spreading through space like a storm. The station shook, lights flickered, and debris rained across orbit. When the flash faded, the dark ship was gone. Silence filled the stars again. Elias exhaled slowly. "Status report. Shields down to 15%, Nova said. "Hull damage moderate. Life support stable. The enemy is destroyed." A cheer spread through the crew. Humanity had won its first battle against an alien enemy, and they had done it with milk. But Seraphine wasn't smiling. Her light flickered weakly. "Captain, it's not over. The Draxens are many. That was only a scout," Elias frowned. "Then they'll come again." "Yes," she said. "And next time they'll come in numbers too great for your world to face alone." Elias looked out the viewport toward distant Earth, a tiny blue spark against the stars. "Then we prepare," he said quietly. "We'll find a way to fight back." Later, in the medical bay, the crew treated wounded soldiers while scientists studied the Aliens' biology. Nova projected holograms of data across the room. "Captain," she said, "I've confirmed something unexpected. The protein that saved the Aliens. It reacts even stronger when combined with human DNA. Together, it creates a hybrid energy that could fuel powerful shields or even heal damaged cells instantly." Elias's eyes widened. "You mean human biology could become a defense system?" "Exactly," Nova said. "Humanity has something unique. We may be the only species in the galaxy capable of creating life energy naturally." Seraphine stepped forward, her glow softer now. "This is why the Draxens fear you. They call you the bright seed in their language, the ones who can undo darkness. If they destroy you, the galaxy falls silent." Elias crossed his arms. "Then we won't let that happen." He looked at the milk sample on the table. Once a simple drink, now the key to saving billions. He laughed quietly. Who would have thought humanity's miracle weapon would come from a cow? Seraphine smiled. "Your kind always found power in simple things, hope, compassion, creation. That is your true strength." The moment was peaceful, but Nova broke the silence with a new alert. "Captain, I'm detecting more warp signatures near Saturn. Multiple contacts. Size unknown." Elias turned slowly toward the screen. His heart sank. Dozens of red dots appeared on the radar. Draxen ships forming a fleet. He clenched his fists. "So the real war begins." Seraphine looked at him with steady eyes. "Then we must bring your people together and awaken the light that sleeps in all humans." Elias nodded. "We'll do it. For Earth, for both our species." Outside the station, the wreckage of the first Draxen ship floated silently, glowing faintly with the remnants of blue light, proof that humanity's smallest gift had defeated a cosmic terror, at least for now. But far away, Deep in the black of space, the Draxen fleet advanced, their commander watching the ruins of their fallen scout. Humans, the dark figure hissed. So the legends are true. The bright seed still lives. Then we shall burn their light forever. The Draxen fleet advanced steadily through the void, their black ships glowing faint red like coals in a dark fire. Each vessel was massive, bristling with weapons designed to tear apart planets. Earth's orbit was vulnerable, and the human colonies in the solar system had only scattered defenses. Captain Elias Ward stood on the bridge of Station Aurora, his eyes locked on the approaching enemy. Around him, humans and Illyrians worked together seamlessly. Every console flickered with data streams, every corridor hummed with energy. "Nova," Elias said, "what are our odds?" "Statistically low, Captain," the AI replied honestly. "The fleet outnumbers us 10-1. Their weapons could destroy this station and Earth if unopposed." Elias clenched his fists. "Then we'll give them a reason to think twice." Seraphine glided to his side, her glow brighter than ever. "The Draxens fear one thing, pure life energy. If we amplify it through humans, the bright seed, we can create a shield strong enough to protect your planet and our people." Elias nodded. "Then that's what we do. Gather every willing human and Illyrian. Let's make a wall of light they cannot pierce." The plan was daring. Humanity's scientists and engineers worked tirelessly, combining human biology with Illyrian energy systems. The milk samples that had saved the first Illyrians now formed the core of a massive Luma reactor. Charged with plasma and biolight, it would release a wave of energy strong enough to repel the Draxen fleet, if they survived long enough to finish it. In the hangar, volunteers lined up, soldiers, engineers, and civilians alike. Everyone carried small containers of the sacred milk. The human-Illyrian collaboration was astonishing. Blue light flowed from the Illyrians connecting to the humans, who glowed faintly as the Luma energy coursed through them. Elias felt a warmth spread through his chest. Humanity had never been stronger, not because of weapons, but because of unity, compassion, and resilience. "Captain," Nova reported, "fleet is within range. Draxens have deployed forward scouts." Elias drew a deep breath. "Let's begin. Activate the Luma field. Focus it outward." Outside the station, space shimmered with an unnatural light. A soft blue-white halo spread like a rising sun, expanding with each pulse. The Draxen scouts reached the edge of the Luma field and froze, their red glow flickering weakly. "What is this?" hissed one scout through telepathic connection, a cruel shriek echoing in the void. "They are alive," Seraphine whispered. "Their life energy burns us. It is a purity they cannot fight." The Draxens hesitated, unsure. They had destroyed countless worlds, but never faced energy created from such harmony, from species working together. The Luma field pulsed faster, sending arcs of pure light into the void. Elias shouted orders. "Now fire the defensive arrays. Let's keep them off balance while the reactor reaches full power." Rail cannons, plasma turrets, and drone swarms erupted in synchronized waves, each shot harmonizing with the Luma pulses. The Draxen fleet staggered under the assault. Ships disintegrated in bursts of black smoke and light, their own energy systems clashing against the life force wave. The Draxen commander, a massive creature clothed in living armor, roared with fury. "They will not stop us." Burn the bright seed. It sent a massive warship directly toward Earth, intent on destruction. Elias knew he had one chance. "Seraphine, can the Luma field reach that ship?" "Yes," she said, "but it will drain us all. You must lead the charge." Elias didn't hesitate. He boarded a small vessel infused with Luma amplifiers. Blue energy crackled along the hull, human and Illyrian life force mingling inside. He pushed toward the Draxen warship, leading a squad of volunteers. The closer they approached, the more intense the light became. It filled the cockpit, the veins of every human glowing like stars. For a moment, fear melted away. Elias understood something profound. This was not just a fight for survival. It was a declaration of humanity's essence, its courage, hope, and life itself. The Draxen warship opened fire. Massive red beams tore across space. The Luma energy absorbed the hits, refracting light in every direction, blinding the enemy. The humans and Illyrians aboard the vessel felt power coursing through them, their hearts beating as one. At the critical moment, Elias pressed the activation panel. A beam of pure Luma energy erupted, striking the Draxen warship dead center. The black armor cracked. Red energy screamed, then collapsed inward. The warship shattered, exploding in a storm of light. Across the battlefield, the remaining Draxen ships faltered. Their fleet wavered, unsure, unable to comprehend this living weapon of unity. The humans and Aliens poured more energy into the field, amplifying the effect. One by one, the enemy ships disintegrated under the brilliance of the bright seed. Finally, silence fell over the solar system. The stars reflected a calm that felt almost sacred. Elias's vessel drifted near the ruins of the last Draxen ship. Seraphine's glow returned to a soft, serene blue. "It is done," she said. "The Draxens will not return for many cycles. You have saved not only your world but countless others across the galaxy." Elias allowed himself a deep sigh. "We did it together." Nova spoke quietly. "Captain, sensors show the Luma reactor stabilizing. Its energy will protect Earth and the colonies indefinitely if maintained. Humanity's role is now permanent, guardians of life in this region of space." Elias smiled. "Guardians, huh? I like the sound of that." The next days were quiet but celebratory. Humans and Aliens worked to rebuild the station. The once dangerous corridors now hummed with life and laughter. Children, scientists, and soldiers alike marveled at the glowing Luma energy flowing through Aurora. Elias walked along the observation deck, watching Earth rise over the curve of space. Seraphine floated beside him. "You humans, you underestimate yourselves," she said. "Your creativity, your courage, your simple acts, and they create miracles. You didn't just save us. You have saved the future," Elias chuckled. "And to think, it all started with milk." Seraphine laughed softly, a sound like wind over crystal. "Yes, a humble gift yet powerful beyond imagination. Perhaps that is the lesson. Life thrives in the simplest ways." Below, Earth's oceans glimmered, cities floated like jewels, and humanity looked up to the stars with newfound confidence. They had faced a darkness greater than any before, and emerged stronger, united, and proud. Elias raised a cup of milk, simple, white, ordinary, and looked at Seraphine. "To life, to hope, and to the bright seed within us all." The Illyrian raised her hand, glowing softly in response. "To life." And for the first time, humans and Aliens together understood something profound. The universe was vast and dangerous. Yes. But with courage, unity, and even a little milk, humanity could shine brighter than the stars themselves. Outside Station Aurora, the stars seemed to shimmer a little brighter. The galaxy had learned a lesson that day. Humanity was not just survivors. Humanity was a force of creation, light, and hope, unstoppable when united. And so the war was over. But a new chapter for humanity had begun, one where their light would reach the farthest stars, carrying the message that even the simplest gifts can save worlds.